get your 15 minutes of fame. Let me tell you, keeping it real, keeping it real. It's through the eyes of Rue, keeping it real, keeping it Rue. Rue and who? What's that you say?
Don't worry about it. This is how my band works.
We're back.
Hey, we're back! It's Frankie Wood at the Who on the Rue and Who show.
Yeah.
This is Rue.
That was
I'm Who.
That was great.
I'm
Frank.
Who.
Thank you, thank you.
Great songs, man. You were really belting your heart out.
I learned something from some people. It's like, I just surround myself. I've got the best musicians
You
in town
do. You do.
in my band because I have the best Rolodex
It's
in town.
it's
like when somebody gets sick or something. When somebody gets sick or something, yeah, I get on the phone and I got somebody who's just as good or close to just as good.
Frank. You are the one with the Rolodex.
He says he likes to get help from his friends.
Yeah, I get help from my friends. I got a lot of friends. I've been doing this for over 40 years. So,
So is that the Beatles
So you think
version
you
or
better-
the Joe Cocker version?
That's the Joe Cocker
That's what I
version.
thought. You reminded me. You were channeling Joe Cocker.
Yeah, you should have seen the first time I did the
Why
Belushi
have you been
flop.
going like having convulsions?
But the first time I did the Belushi flop, see, in my band, all the musicians are over 45 and the backup singers are under 25 and hot. Right? And the first time I did the Belushi flop, all the girls were like, "Are you okay? You fell down." And I was like, "No, it's the Belushi flop." John Belushi would do that when he played with Joe Cocker, and he said, like,
Question?
No, he was channeling Joe Cockhead.
"I got your cockhead for you right here, pal."
Hey!
Hey! It's him. He started. Anyway, we're back. Mike Lynn is late, like the drummer that he is. Ken RoWeLL is our rhythm guitar. All right, we got some. Ken RoWeLL has a band called the Baghdadios. Now, me and Rue go way back doing charity. Rue's attempts to drag me out of hell, right? To keep me from going out of hell. She keeps doing. We did God's Love We Deliver for like 15 years. We did Safe Horizon. We did Hale House. I don't know how many charities. But Ken is like on what, 14th year now?
18.
The 18th year of a thing called Blank Fest. Blank Fest is we have a show. Hey, don't touch the dogs and give me a fucking time. You get a skeleton out of you. I'm doing something. I'm talking charity here. Oh, you're going to snort it? Okay. It's white. He starts snorting anything that's white. Anyway, we do a show, like 15 to 20 bands up in Nyack. Ken runs the show. To get into the show, you give us a blanket. And then on Christmas Eve, we gather around. We take the blankets. We go out. We look for the homeless and we give it to them. No agencies, no paperwork, no red tape, no bullshit. Anything you want to add to that, Ken? What do you got this year?
This year we have Becky Brindle, who's in the Blues Hall of Fame. Of course, we have Bobby Steele returning.
From the Misfits.
Yes.
And
from
the Undead.
And the Undead. He's going to actually play a solo and with the Undead. Patty Rothberg is back for another set. This band you may have heard of called the Rude Ones. They're actually playing too.
The Rude Ones. Yeah, I know that one.
And Wadada.
Wadada
from the Hudson Valley region, and they know how to pack a house, and we certainly hope they can because we want as many blankets as possible. And Frank, I'm surprised you forgot to mention where we're gathering on Christmas Eve to hand the blankets out to the homeless.
That we'll be gathering at Manitoba's this year.
There we go.
Because Otto's, we usually do it at Otto's, but Otto's, none of our bartenders wanted to come in and work on New Year's Eve, so I asked handsome Dick Richard Manitoba, the leader of the Dictators and the
he
owner.
celebrates Hanukkah.
And and the owner of Manitoba's bar, and for the past 2 years, Richard is a good friend of ours and a good friend of the charity, and he's like, "Sure, come on down." The first year, though, he was like, "What? Blankets to the homeless? You have homeless people in the bar?" I'm like, no, relax,
Just
Richard.
bed bugs.
Just I can see it. One of these days, one of these people are going to get sick from the blankets we give them, right? And they're going to be looking for these Santa Claus guys who are spreading smallpox with the blankets, like the Americans did with the Native Americans,
Well, maybe
like the colonists did, like the explorers, or what do you want to call them? The settlers did with the Native Americans. They gave them the blankets with smallpox to kill them off.
Oh gosh.
You didn't know that?
It's too political.
It's not political. It's history.
Who were the guests?
Who the guests? Who the guests? The Three Stooges up here.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
I'm Mo.
We know you are.
No, you're Curly.
I'm not curly. That's curly. Anyway, Mike, Ken's got his band, the Baghdadios. All right, talking about the Black Fest. That's all you already did. Never mind. Mike, you're in what? Dirty and Naughty.
I'm in Dirty and Naughty when there is a Dirty and Naughty.
Yeah, and you're playing one of the birthday shows.
I'm playing the 16th here at Otto's.
And you know who else is playing on the 16th?
The Baghdadios.
The Baghdadios. Black Flamingo. Not the rude one. Black Flamingo.
Black Flamingo.
Holy fucking
What a coincidence. Holy shit.
Shameless self-promotion.
So we need a skeleton from him. So
Skeleton, yeah, come on.
It's National Donut Day. So
National Donut Day. Give me a skeleton.
Donuts. When you share a skeleton from your closet, a little story about something you.
Come on, give us something, Mikey.
Something you did wrong.
Something from Iron Prostate
Something I did
days.
wrong like
Yeah.
yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Now, something past the statute of limitations is always smart.
Oh, God, you know, you're
How
put
about
on the
French?
spot. I can't remember. I was always a good boy. I was always the guy that, as we were doing something.
Iron Prostate. One night on the road. Give me one night on the road with Iron Prostate.
That's about all we had was one night on the road. And about the most exciting thing was that Scott Weiss and I stayed up all night and pranked all the other guys by calling the rooms and telling them to hold it down, keep the party down. And they kept saying, there is no party in here.
Tell him about Frank's sex change.
So you're
Oh, yes.
You changed from you to your mother?
Let me see if there's any skeleton in my closet.
Ken, do you have one offhand to have a donut?
I have one ball. Point pen. Thank you very much.
I remember Ken's birthday a couple of years back. Ken was going out with 3 different girls,
Oh, shut up.
right? All of them knew about the other ones, right?
Oh, okay.
All 3 of them shows up at the club.
Oh, Lord.
And Ken is like, oh man, love you sucks. I'm like, you got 3 broads here. You're doing all of them. They all know about each other. I go for a foursome. He goes, they'll never go for it. I'm like, try. The fuck? What are they gonna say? No? It's like 2 of them might say yeah. If all 3 of them say yeah, you're in.
Yeah, but I have ADD. More than 2 breaths, my head explodes. I'm sorry. That's the way it is. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Well, isn't that
like,
the goal?
like,
They have
I
to
go,
explode?
but at least maybe 2 of them will say yeah, that's a threesome. But no matter what, you're going home with one of them. So what do you worry? Quit your bitching, take a Motrin, stick this tampon up your ass, and pick one.
Take
Yeah,
a Motrin?
yeah, that's when you're being a bitch. You give them a Motrin and the tampon. You never heard that? Anytime somebody be a bitch, you give them a Motrin and the tampon, you tell them to shut up.
That's sexist.
Yeah, a Midol.
Yeah.
Midol, it's a Midol.
Oh, yeah.
Midol, Motrin, same fucking difference.
Get your ass right.
Because that's so much better.
That's so much better, right?
Until you start bleeding for your dick for a week, then come talk to me, sweetheart.
Yo. You know what? You can't trust anything that bleeds for 7 days and don't die. It's gotta be the devil. Right, but you know what? You know, they say that giving birth is supposed to be so painful, but kicking the balls is more painful. You know why? Because you never hear a guy get kicked in the balls say, gee, I'd like to do that again.
Well, maybe they need a model.
There you go.
So, but no, I'll have another kid. I'll have another kid. It's like, come on, learn how to swallow.
What family are you from, motherfucker?
Very
7 kids, 8 kids? What the fuck, man?
Catholic school.
And I don't know, but the S&M clubs I go to, they usually ask for it again.
Hey, Frankie, what do you care? You get to play with it 3 weeks out of the month.
3 weeks. That's it.
3 weeks out of the month. Why you bitching? You
Hey.
have a vacation?
They don't call me out 4 weeks. They don't call me Dracula for nothing.
Ah. All right, Ken.
Mom, if you're watching, turn it the fuck off, okay?
It's too late.
Shedding flowers to
She's like,
Fox.
la, 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 la.
Ken's mother's gonna kill us all.
All right, so these wonderful all-stars are performing on 11/11.
November 11th, my
Frank's
birthday.
actual 59th birthday.
59th, yes.
That's 11.
11/11. That number does mean something.
That
It
is
used
the
to
metal,
be-
heavy metal number.
It used to be my dad's office phone number. They would answer the phone and say 11/11, and that was before I knew you. And now it's just.
You always got off from school on my birthday.
Well, is it always Veterans Day? Is always 11/11?
Well, it was Armistice Day first because the 11th hour, the 11th day, the 11th month, the 11th minute is when they signed the armistice to end World War I. After World War II, they said, well, okay, but we can't
And
keep going.
it's the day today that they went back to and Back to the Future. So if you're watching this,
Then he spotted the DeLorean outside, jumped in it.
today is that day, November 6th.
All right, we gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up because I gotta get over to the Marlin
So
room
let's just
at
say,
Webster Hall.
so we gotta say thank you to
Thank you.
all of our wonderful guests. Thank you, Frank
Thank
Wood,
you.
for
Thank
making
you.
your birthday show wonderful time. Krista, McNamee, and Mr.
Johnny
Ray.
Eggs,
Yes,
Mr. and
Danny
Mrs.
Ray. Danny Ray, I want to be you when I grow up. Mike Lynn, Sarah Melinda, Little Angel, and Angelo.
Olivieri.
Yes, Angel and Angel. Frank Wood and his all-star band, they are just crazy good. They're amazing.
Fucking good.
And
man.
Ken Rowell, you know how much I care and love you.
Yes.
Caroline Stewart, I'm going to whoop you, but I love you.
You know how
I
much
love
I care and love
you.
you. Ladies always.
Otto Shrunken Head, we love you so much.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next week.
Tonight in the Marlin Room at Webster Hall, day 2 of the 9 Days of Wood, 9 shows in 14 days at 7 clubs with over 50 bands from 3 different continents. Tonight, Gaggle of Cocks, Lucifer Jones, Purple Pam and the Flesh Eaters, the Black Vampires, Thorns, and Cracked Alice with DJ Robbie Nitro between and after the bands. Come on over to Webster Hall tonight. We're rocking and rolling for day 2.
See you soon.
All right.
What's that you say? Keeping it real. What's that you say? Keeping it real. Keeping it real. Rew and who? What's that you say? Rew and who? What's that you say? There's a quirky, cool new internet show featuring right.